Welcome to the Vermilion Podcast, a free audio library of business strategies, creative inspiration, and industry knowledge for actors, filmmakers, writers, and anyone looking to activate their creative potential. I'm Misha Calvert, a writer-director who helps artists build the careers that they dream of. I really hope that this podcast inspires you in some way. Thanks for tuning in.
I have been an artist my whole life. First, just because I like making things and creating things, and then eventually professionally. And I think that one of the hardest things about being an artist is the sense that no one is really paying attention, that no one really cares, and that what you're doing doesn't matter. These are lies that we tell ourselves, or ways that we convince ourselves to sort of not pursue the thing that brings us joy. But also there might be a seed of truth there. A lot of people, they're just very busy, and unless they can see an immediate value to what you're doing, they're probably not going to be interested. So I find that the more tools I can bring into my daily workflow to help me feel like what I'm doing matters and that people are paying attention, the more I'm able to get done, the more productive I am, the more inspired I am, the better I feel. I don't like sending stuff out into the world and not knowing if anyone has even seen it. And that's why I use a tool called Boomerang. I know this sounds like an advertisement. I can promise you it is not. It's not an ad. I can promise you it's not an ad. Maybe I'll ask them to pay me later. But for now, this is just me telling you that this tool has really changed how I send emails. Boomerang is a Gmail plugin. So you add it on to your Gmail account. It's free. And well, the first 10 times that you use it are free. After that, you are encouraged to pay for it. But, free trial basically. And what it is a tracking app that when you activate it on an email, it lets you know if the email was opened, and it lets you know if the links on that email were clicked. Now, is it a little, surveillance kind of creepy? You know what else is creepy? Opening my email and clicking on my links and not replying to me, which happens a lot. Once you've used Boomerang for a while, you see, oh wow, this person clicked on my link 5, 10, 17 times and they didn't write back. That's creepy. So for me, I have just gotten over any cringe that I might have about this because I want to know if you have opened the email that I spent hours drafting to you. When you are sending out things as an actor, tapes, your reel, your website, your materials, it can be absolutely maddening to receive no reply. And so what Boomerang does is it gives you your power back. It gives you a sense that you do get a reply, even if you just see that they opened it and they didn't respond. That is better than nothing. That's better than not knowing if they opened it at all. I would say there's actually data in those opens and clicks. If they open once, nothing after that, they don't reply, they don't click, they're not interested. That's a no, right? Your subject line was good enough to open, but they're a no. Or they're too busy, which is the same thing. If they open it and there's a lot of clicks, probably they're interested, but they're just not able to move forward with you at this time. If they open it and there's a whole, 100 clicks, they probably sent it around to their office so that other people are also opening it and watching whatever you sent or clicking on whatever you sent. So I like to look at the data and construct a sort of a narrative of what I think is happening. And even whether it's true or not, even making that narrative up in my head helps me to feel like what I'm doing actually matters to somebody. matters enough for them to take time out of their day to open my email and to click on whatever links I have provided. And now if you're also tracking the analytics on, let's say it's a Vimeo link or a YouTube link, you can cross-track and see, oh, I actually got like 50 more views on that YouTube short film today, and that lines up with the increase in clicks that I had on that email today. So yeah, you can start to tell a real story there. Does it require that they're gonna write back to you? No, it has no influence on that whatsoever. It's just data. But I think that, again, an open or a click feels like a response. Even if you get no actual response, it's better than nothing. Now, by the way, anyone who you send a boomerang email to, they have the option to opt out of tracking. There's a little automatic line at the bottom that is included where it says, if you want to opt out, click here. They can opt out. That's fine. Some people do, most don't. I just think that it's a really great tool. It's free the first 10 times you use it, and I think it's $14.99 a month after that. I'm not sure. But anyway, I love it. I use it for really big, important pitches. I would use it for studios, to networks when I was pitching them on TV shows or feature films. Sometimes I'll use it for film financiers if I'm trying to figure out, how things are going to go with an investor. Yeah, I really recommend it. Again, this is not an ad for Boomerang. It's just me saying that it's one tool that I really like and really get a lot of leverage out of. And if you can combine it with a great subject line, you're probably going to get a lot of opens. So really recommend it as a tool. If you're doing any sort of email marketing, try integrating it into your workflow and see how you feel about it. And if it helps you feel better about sending emails like, hey, I'm not just sending these into a black hole. They're actually getting read. They're actually getting opened. It's going to make you feel a lot better about your email campaigns, about your efforts, and about yourself. And then you can eventually get better and better at emailing and creating more compelling pitches for yourself. Because you're going to see, oh, this campaign actually ended up in me getting some meetings. So I was able to convert from the email to a pitch meeting or to an agent meeting or whatever. So over time, you can use the data to see what's working, what's not working with your emails, and really start to make better and better choices as you're marketing yourself and your artwork.
The Vermilion podcast is sponsored by Vermilion, a home for artists. We offer classes, coaching, and community for creatives and innovators in the arts. If you're ready to find your voice and build the life of your dreams, we're here to support you every step of the way. Check out clubvermilion.com and schedule a free call today.